3,
up to you.
2, 1. Non-perishable good. No, that's corny. I can't. Okay. Here's for real.
You pay me enough, I'll be corny as hell. But
Okay.
yeah, that is corny.
If we get on TV, we'll make hella jingles. We'll do whatever the fuck you guys
I'll
want.
do a Sandman dance. I'll do all that shit. Come out like this.
Yeah.
Non-perishable good.
Okay. So we're dipping into some heavy topics as of late, and why not switch it up on this show and just continue along that path. And I think my friend here, Lee Bishop, wants to discuss some things that it's
Discuss one thing.
Huh?
Discuss one thing. I think I just wanted to explore with Stacy because she recently found out she's mixed. But did you want to share that?
I don't know. That's fine. I mean, I've already...
Your face told me something different.
No, I was just giving them my look.
I wasn't sure that she's mixed, but me growing
up, and I blew his wig, blew his mind.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I still don't trust those ancestry and 23andMe things, but if you think that, then that's okay. But then you told me about your dad.
Yeah, it was confirmed,
and the scandal behind that. So, but
wait for the movie or the book. Don't divulge that information.
Well, do the book first, and then the movie will come.
Okay, that's true. Because that'll be easier for the screenplay, screenwriter, and all that. Yeah, I feel that.
Turn into a musical and
even better.
Theater play and all that stuff.
We'll have the drums, and then we'll have like shalom.
Yeah, however you want to write it. Never being Black enough for me. What used to be an issue when I was younger, because I wanted to be accepted by my peers who were mostly Black. I think when in elementary, junior high, elementary, junior high, never really saw it until late junior high, when I started hanging around more Black people. I was called a nigger in junior high by a fellow Black person who was my friend, and that kind of like blew my mind. And
in a good way, like it was like a good.
Yeah, it was like nigga, come on, let's go.
Oh, okay. You were like,
yeah, because all my life, I've been the N-word, and there's no differentiation between the A and the ER. It's the same thing. Let's not get that twisted.
Well, it is.
No, it's not, because it's like that's the way we talk. Butter is butter. You know what I mean? Better is better. You know what I mean? Like we put A's in front of ERs. It's not when I see like Black exploitation movies and they have the they don't say nigga on there, they say ER. That's the way we talk. It's Ebonics. That's what it is. Now it's A, because people want to like desensitize the word, and I understand that, but that's not where it derived from. It derived from us having Ebonics and speaking and destroying the King's English and saying it our way. You know what I'm saying? We're calling each other ER,
right?
But we say the A because that's our dialect. That's urban dialect. That's all.
But people say, well, with the A, it's not what it means. It's not the derogatory nigger. Like, I don't know. People do believe there's a difference in that word.
Sure, but when Black people say it, they really mean the ER.
No.
Yes, because that's no. Okay.
Well, yeah, but tell me what you mean. You have to break that down, because that comes
the whole okay. Let's go back in the day, right? 40s, 50s, whatever. I was gonna say Dizzy Gillespie days. Those. We are calling each other nigger, but that's not the way we talk, right? In the South, in ghettos, we we destroy the English language, right? We have Ebonics, whatever, that's the best way I can say it.
But so is that even really a real dialect? Like,
no, but we're just, no, I don't think
no,
so.
I remember it was on the news. Like, I remember seeing it in the media, and it was like Ebonics, like they named it. I'm like, who came up with that? Like,
I know, but it's a better way than I don't like saying urban. I don't like, you know what I mean? But we could say
black, or you're talking black.
I hate that so much.
But I mean, it's the same thing. Ebonics, talk black, whatever. I don't know.
But it's just for me.
I just don't like either. I don't like either of those terms.
In my case, I like Ebonics. In my case, Big L has the song called Ebonics. I like saying Ebonics rather than saying talking black. If I had to choose. When we would call each other the N-word, we were saying the ER word because there was no A. There is no other way to write it. If a black person was writing out in the script, he calls him, the N-word, he's gonna write out the Nigger. He's not gonna put the A on there unless he's writing the way he talks. Because if he was writing the way he talks, then there's no E in there's an A. Or it might be DA. You know what I mean? The man, there's no E. That's how we talk. Our ERs are A's. Like I said, butter is butter. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the way we talk. You know what I'm saying?
I follow you. I see what you're saying.
When we talking and we're saying nigga, we're really saying the ER. I've actually heard black people today like still say the ER, but it's okay because we're black, right?
Really?
So but they're not saying it. They're not saying it in a derogatory manner. They're saying it like a regular manner, but that's the way they're talking more proper. So there is no difference.
Nigga.
Yeah, there's no differentiation between the two.
Right.
There isn't. It's just the way we talk. Predominantly, most of us, because of how we were raised and how we're around, our ERs are replaced by an A in any word that ends with the ER. It just so happens that the N word.
If I say cater, I ain't gonna say cater.
Yeah, but that's you though. That's you because you're educated. Some of us aren't that educated. Some of us don't want to be educated. Some of us want to. They think that like that's us. Oh, if you do ER or pronunciate everything, you are whitewashed. You talk white. You think you're better than us. Blah blah blah. That self-hate comes out and shit. But no, we are saying ER. We're all saying ER. Let's not get that twisted. I do remember watching a movie called Black and White, and the white Bijou, I forgot her name. I think it's Bijou, but I forgot her character. She was like, "Oh yeah, I say the N-word, but I say the A. I don't say the ER." Which so to her,
and I think
she's a white girl, and it made it sound. It made it sound okay. And I'm like, nah, that's not okay. It's never gonna be okay.
Right. But I've heard Black people have this conversation where they say that we say it with the A, not with the ER.
Yeah, of course.
Because there's a difference. It has nothing to do. No. Most people don't know, I guess, maybe the historical context of how words evolve over time. Right. And even like people's last names would be harder to say. But then they got shortened, okay. I can't think of a example right now, but it's just a known thing, like in our culture that, the slave owner's name was this, but then when Black people got it, or it could be vice versa. It just, names just change, like words and dialect and the language, it all just changes over time. Sure. So I can see how that, the nigger and the nigga thing, but I think modern day times, a lot of people feel that if you say nigger or if you say nigga, like nigger is bad.
Right. And I agree with being modern times changing, but it changes because of the convenience of it, because Black people are now mixing in with other cultures, and other cultures are listening to like more rap and commercialized rap music, and they love it, and they're reciting the lyrics, so it gives them an excuse. So if I'm a teen or a young Black teen, and that my best friend is white and he says the N-word, I'm not going to check him because he said A, he didn't say ER. I know he's not racist because he's my friend. That's the excuse. I'm letting him say the N-word to me or around me, and I'll even defend him against other Black people because that's my friend. So it's convenient when but he didn't say ER, he said A. You know what I mean? So now more people, more races are saying it, and they love saying it, and they're getting away with it. Nobody's checking them, and so us changing it. Oh, even Black people defending it. They're not saying ER. They're saying A. It's just desensitizing the word. It's taking the
right, yeah,
the strength out of it, out of the N word period. And
well,
what I'm just saying is that's it derived
I
from
hate the
hate
word.
and
Yeah.
the ER, like in the way we say it as Black people, it's still ER. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how we got on that topic. Oh, because I was saying I was called
Yeah,
that the
I
first
mean,
time in junior high.
I hear what you're saying, but no, like a lot of people, no, it's just they won't say it. They don't think of it. I mean, that is the word. It is the word.
It is the word, but they're
And
changing it to for convenience, so it applies to it. They're desensitizing it now because the word is so worldly now, and everybody's saying it. So the initial reason for why we say it and how we say it is gone. Now there's two words now. Now there's the ER, it's racist, and the A, it's not racist, because for the excuse to let other people say it.
mhm.
That's all I'm saying.
Right, but I don't think anyone should say it. I definitely come for that because it's too many people saying it, and I hate the word. And then you don't. I mean, some people use it as a term of endearment if they're non-black or whatever. They want to say it really bad, but or for whatever reason. But it's like I don't think anybody should say it at this point because it's like these conversations are so ugh, you know what I mean? And like, in coming from the Bay Area, I remember growing up, my family, we never said nigga. Like, we never said that word. Like,
Mine too.
it was always blood. We called each other blood. And then that kind of, I think, phased out. And then people started saying nigga because when the gang stuff, like in the Bay Area, there's no gangs. Like there wasn't gangs. It was streets and stuff like that. But there was no colors. It wasn't no Crips and Blood. So blood was just like what people called each other, like my brother, like my blood brother, like my, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the foundation that I came from. And now it's a lot of us do say nigga here and there or whatever. And we still say blood, but yeah, like nigga just took over the world. It did. It's nigga is everywhere. And I don't like it.
It's been
I
that
don't.
way for decades, though.
Yeah, exactly. But
But you got like I'm going to call them ignorant, but like low level, uneducated Black people aren't checking anybody. Like I remember I was like hanging with my friends, and this Asian dude came up, and they did exchange or whatever, and the Asian dude was like, "Okay, my nigga, thanks," and I'm like, "You let him call you that?" I'm looking right at the Asian dude and my friend. I'm like, "You let him call you that?" He's like, "It's all good, man." I said, "Okay, that's the way you're living, but I'm
yeah,
not
well,
cool with that."
yeah, a lot of people in that situation, they get passes because they grew up or they're, like people in that environment, they give those, give people passes or whatever. But
And then we call him that too. So it's like, oh, well, Bishop's calling me that. So I guess it's okay for me to say that. Because Bishop's not only calling me that, but he's also not checking me when I, sing, rap a song or recite a lyric, around him, like, because nobody's like censoring themselves when they hear a rap song. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna say the whole thing, and then like you as a black person are like, well, I know he doesn't. I know this white dude doesn't mean it because he's just reciting a rap lyric, so I can't be mad at him, or can I? You know what I mean? I mean, they addressed that on Dear White People on Netflix, like like they were dancing, and then like, and then they knew an N bomb was coming, and the black dude's like, don't say it, and white dude's like, why not? And like he doesn't, they don't understand why. A lot of them don't understand why. I remember one time I had this white this this white dude he was a friend of mine, kind of associate at work, and he said it, and I'm like, I had to check him. I was like, dude, like you can't say that. I know that dude's like, you can't say that, bro. Like that's not cool. Like you the whitest white dude too. Like it's not cool. I had to chin check a lot of people about that, but nobody else is doing that. No, like it's funny. Like other black people, I don't see them doing that. I remember I was in Dimple Records. I don't know if you remember Dimple Records in Sacramento.
Yeah.
All right, R.I.P. I think they're closed. And I was, shifting through CDs, and then, this black dude and a white dude, obviously they're friends. The white dude said the N-word. Black dude didn't say anything. I'm just like, what?
Yeah, it definitely depends on the person, because I know some black folks that will slap the taste out of your mouth without hesitation if you said that. You know what I mean? Like,
no, but it's less of those people and more of the black people who don't care. Like I've heard Tyler Creator argue with Ebro about the word, and he's like, why are you worried about it? And then it became like a colorism thing. Like, why are light skinned people more sensitive about it and dark skinned people aren't? You know what I mean? I'm just confused. Like dark skinned people should be more offended by it than anything, but some people just want to be accepted by the others so bad they don't care. They'll just let it happen. I remember I was talking to my friend's little cousin. At the time she had to be like 16, and I was just I was wondering how high school was, because she's in high school. I was like, how do you feel about the N-word? And I heard like Indians and Asian people, white people say it all the time. Like, how you feel about it? And she's like, I don't feel anything about it. It doesn't affect me. It's like, so I was like, you don't care that they say it and blah blah blah. She's like, no, I don't. It doesn't. I don't. It's just a word. I was like, wow, they've never been called the N-word in a negative manner before, ever. And then when they hear it in the music, it's nothing. It's like, me and my niggas, that's my friends. We killing niggas. We're just killing people. Like, to them, it's just a synonym for people.
right.
It's a synonym for homies. It's a synonym for friends. It's never been negative to them. It's never been derogatory towards them. So they're not going to feel the sting like we feel. I've been called the N-word before, like the ER, hard by Indians and white people and Asian people. Like, and so I felt it. So every time I hear it, I don't care if you say ER or A, it still stings me the same. I hate it. I don't care. Except when obviously it's for black people, I don't feel it. I don't feel the sting. But when I hear other people say it in term of endearment, it don't matter. I still feel that sting. I feel like an easiness in my stomach. It just don't sound right coming out of anybody else's mouth. I still hear the negative connotation out of it. And if they're around me, if they're my friends, or around me, then I check them. There's been some Asian dudes I was hanging around. They said it. I stopped hanging around them because they say it all the time, and I understand. I understand it's the music that's to, it's the environment they're around, or even not the environment. They're just young and stupid. Right. I can't hang around it. I can't.
Yeah. No, I feel you. Yeah, I haven't been around too many people that are non-black that would say that around me. Like, they have sense enough to know that you don't,
right,
that's not a word that you use around black people, like, especially if you're not black. And they have respect for that. But you know, it's like there's some people out here, new age, these new kids, they're like, you can't tell me I can't say that word. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
There's
there's people like,
even like Mexican people, like they say it all the time, especially out
yeah,
here.
I mean,
Like they
Mexican, Asians, you know, white folks that hang in the hoods or whatever, or with, you know, people of color, like they said, it's, yeah, it's definitely everywhere.
yeah.
And
I remember I was working at the airport, and it's all like young kids. I was working like, part-time job for the seasonal, and most of the kids there were probably in their 20s. I mean, nobody black was there. Here's a funny thing about that. I was gonna say, so all of them are young, right? They're all saying the N word, right? But the funny thing about it was our our manager was a older black lady. She had to be like in her 50s or 60s, right? Early 60s. And they never said it around her, which
Mhm.
let me know that they know that this is wrong to say. But it's like they're being
Well, they feel
rebellious.
cool. Yeah.
If
Well,
yes, yes,
they feel cool. They feel
yes.
like they could be accept, you know, they feel comfortable.
Well,
Then
it's part of the music that they're listening to, so they're like, yeah, they feel cool and they're saying it. But to me, it's like you censor yourself when you're around older black people because you know
that it ain't
you're
right.
not it ain't right. You know you're
Yeah.
not supposed to say it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That part was very eye-opening because I was expecting them to say it and then her go off. I was waiting. You know what I mean? Because for me, I can't. What am I gonna do? I can fight 10 kids, you know what I mean, who are bigger than me. Like,
Yeah.
I can swing one and then I'll get 9 people punching them. So it's like I can't. There's no point in even going that route. You know what I mean? So I just didn't hang around that,
Yeah.
man.
And I mean, everybody knows that. I think even now, like, I don't know. It like we always say, you know, black people aren't a monolith. So there's different levels of black folks or whatever. But like the people who use nigga, 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 nigga all the time, um, I think they see that as, you know, referring to somebody as a person or a
Yeah,
friend or whatever, everything basically.
yeah. They haven't grown up in that. They haven't grown up to where they think the N word is a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like they
And then
have to,
there's,
but they have to be told that by the elders, and the elders aren't saying anything.
yeah, because they probably say it. But the other, no, it's true. But then there's like another level where there's people who might say the word, but then they know there's a difference between, or they make it a difference between niggas and black people, or you know, they may not refer to that that guy as a nigga, they'll refer to him as a man or as a king, or you know, like,
Mm.
you know what I mean, like people, even black people differ are starting to like differentiate that word as well.
Mm.
And I know Chris Rock, he did a special, or not a
Yeah, he
special,
did it. Yeah, I
yeah,
remember
you know what
that.
I mean,
Love black people,
but
hate
I hate
niggas.
niggas. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So he was the first to actually kind of put that out there. And, you
in
know,
a bigger,
yeah,
massive.
exactly. And, you know, telling people the secrets,
Yeah,
the family secrets,
it's a family.
basically.
Yeah, I like that family secrets. Yeah.
You know, and then there's another layer where it's like people, you know, black folks who might be bougie or upper sedity, whatever people want to call them, who won't, who just won't even, you know, say that word, or like, or just wouldn't refer to people as that, or would never refer to themselves as a nigga, or you know what
Yeah.
I mean, just
I
don't,
don't.
that's
Yeah, I
just
don't.
not,
That's me.
that's just not in their vocabulary, you
Right.
know.
Yeah.
So
Um.
so I don't know, it's just, it's too much, man. And now that it's like universal, I say get rid of it. Like stop saying it, like let it go, give it away.
I
let's come up
mean,
with let's come up with something new. And I remember when Kendrick was trying to push the niggas line, you know, with like the
yeah, because
Ethiopian
there's
kings,
the king niggas. Yeah, which
you
is
know what I
one
mean?
person.
Right. But he was trying to like show us that we're royalty. We're not niggas. Like we could be kings. And then people did. Black people started referring themselves to kings and queens, and then that kind of got a little out of hand because they were just giving that to everybody. Like no, but I mean, it's better to me. I liked it because it was better than calling us niggas.
Yeah, I think and it's also more motivating. But yeah, I remember I forgot what it was. I don't know if it was a skit or something. Like somebody was like, yeah, niggas from niggas, and niggas was the king. So that's where the N-word, we're all niggas, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's not where the N-word came from. The N-word came from white people calling us niggers, dude. Let's not sugarcoat that.
Let me see if there's an actual Webster dictionary definition of a nigger.
Yeah, there is. It's like ignorant some people or something like that.
A contemptuous term for black or dark-skinned person.
The contemptuous?
Yeah, contemptuous.
No, that's not is there has to be another one.
Let me see. Let me see. Merriam and Webster, they say offensive, used as an insulting and contemptuous term for a black person. Offensive, used as an insulting, that's the same thing, of dark skin, any race, or of any dark skin race. Also, any dark skin race, or just probably people of color. A member, now often offensive, a member of a class or group of people who are systematically subjected to discrimination and unfair treatment. What? I don't know about
remember,
that.
They would call Indian people sand niggas because they were dark skinned too.
Yeah,
but that's not that's funny. Something must have changed because like back in my day, the N-word with the ER was somebody ignorant or of less education or whatever.
Right.
It wasn't directly derogatory towards black people. That's not what the definition said. But now, I mean, that makes sense now because that's what we being called. Yes, direct. But that's funny. I don't remember it being that in the dictionary, in the Webster dictionary.
Right.
It was ignorant. It was ignorant or less educated.
Ew. Yeah, they're trying to say it's
now they're putting it on now it's it is us.
Yeah, they're like nigger is a black person. Like and the synonyms are coon, jigaboo, nigga, nigra, spade.
Nigra.
Right, negra, whatever. Negroid, blackamoor.
What?
That's what it says. BLA.
Not Macklemore, but Blackamoor.
Yeah, but it's like more like in the Moors, but Blackamoor.
Moor is like MOOR?
Mm-hmm. A person with dark skin who comes from Africa. So yeah, they're trying to say it's being nigger is black. Like that's I don't know about that. That's interesting.
I don't remember. I mean, I remember that being like definition 2, but definition 1 was.
Yeah, because we be like, there's a lot of white niggas out here. Like, and we thought of it as somebody that was ignorant.
Ignorant, yeah.
But
they must have changed that on me because they must have changed that when they put bling bling in the dictionary.
Right.
When they added bling bling.
Lord. Bling bling. Yeah, they have
changed it up.
additions, I guess. But if that's the case, based on the definition in Webster, like people got to stop calling themselves that because you ain't a black person.
Black people in the hood aren't going to stop saying that. And then like for me, well, what I wanted is.
I'm saying non-black people should stop saying it.
Oh, they're not
to each other.
Based
on the definition, based on the current 2021 definition, like you're calling each other black people.
But like you said, they're not saying ER. They're saying the A, so it don't apply.
Right. It's a term of endearment.
Yeah, they're not saying nigger. They're saying nigga.
Right. But I don't know. Let's see if nigga is in the dictionary. I doubt it.
What should be in the dictionary? My homie, my friend,
Okay.
my
My
partner,
side.
my
Let's see.
son.
Oh wow. Respelling of nigger, typically representing urban African American speech.
Yeah, African American.
The medium is used spelling. Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's actually different. Oh,
Hit me.
wow. Okay, so it says offensive, used as a pronunciation. Okay, I already said that. But used by some Black people to refer to themselves or to another Black person in a neutral or positive way.
Wow. What is this on? Is this on Wiki?
This is Merriam-Webster.
Oh my God. We made it. Niggas, we made it.
Okay, so they're saying it's a difference. They're saying there's a difference between.
Yeah, because we made it that way.
Yeah.
We made it.
Culture infected change here.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, look, nigga originated as a variant of the infamous racial slur nigger, reflecting one of its pronunciations. And for many people, it is an equally offensive word. In the late 20th century, however, the two forms began to diverge in use among some African Americans, with nigga becoming the preferred term for neutral and positive self-referential uses. Despite their prevalence in hip hop, a highly influential music and cultural movement of African American origin, whose millions of fans now span the globe, these uses of nigga are themselves controversial, and the use of nigga by a person who is not Black in any context is considered highly offensive. Wow, that's interesting.
But
this is in Merriam-Webster, y'all.
But if they're not getting checked, then
Yeah, so based on those two meanings, non-Black people should not use the word.
I'll say this, like, I don't listen to Travis Scott, but Travis Scott, Off Wang Gang, like a lot of white people listen to them, right? Like nobody's checking them, right? Their Black friends are saying, you don't, censor yourself, like especially when you're young, like you're not going to censor yourself. But it's funny because like now that I'm older, because I used to be the same way. I'm like, I call everything a nigga, like a bowl of cereal. I'm eating this nigga. Playing Xbox. Let's get on this nigga. Let's play this nigga right now. You know what I'm saying? Everything was white people. Everybody was, right. That's our fault. Like we're calling everything and even Dave Chappelle still calls everybody a nigga. You know what I mean? Like, and I can see how it's confusing when he does it, or, F Donald Trump, they were calling him nigga on the song. It's like you hear that and you're white, Asian, Mexican, whatever. You're like, dang, like they're calling Trump a nigga. So I guess everybody's a nigga. Like Dave Chappelle's calling, a white person he's specifically talking about, nigga, then dang, I guess we're all just niggas. So I guess I can say it. And then,
yeah, if you look at it that way, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then like, if you're Black and you're like, oh, you can't say that. And the white dude's like, what? I said the A and, I mean it in a term of endearment. You can't get mad because all the people who you're not checking them, you're not checking yourself. You have celebrities who are doing it in a mass media situation on, stand-up shows and in the music.
And most of these shows,
you're confusing them.
Yeah, a lot of these hip hop shows, it's a lot of non-Black
people. And you're bouncing up and down and and they're reciting your lyrics and you're getting hype off the fact that they're reciting your lyrics. Nobody's stopping them. I know Kendrick and I think he stopped one chick one time, but that he got ridiculed for that. So it's like, they're confused. Can we say it or can't we say it? The A is okay, but the ER is not. They know the ER is not.
People are simple. We're confusing. People are being confused, y'all.
Yeah. But for me, like,
stop. Let's just not say it. Let's all just not say it. How about that?
That's not going to, that's not going to happen. So what I was saying, like, for me though,
like how we should get rid of guns.
No. when I was young, I
The
used
two
to be
things I
like,
want to do.
when I was young, I was like, I can't. There's no way I can stop saying it. Blah, 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 right? But now, as I'm older, I'm like, okay, when I'm around certain people, I'm not gonna say that word. I can control and self censor myself. So when I'm around like mostly white people and there's no black people there, or mainly just around white people, period, even though there is a white black person there, I will not say it. But
Yeah,
if I'm
isn't that
around my
code switching?
friends or no, code switching is more like you change your dialect. Like
Oh.
I'm just taking a word out of my dialogue. You know what I mean? Out of my what
You're
do you call it?
censoring yourself.
On for with that word, yes.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes I'll catch myself and I'm like, oh, and I'll replace it because I'll
Right.
be so comfortable. But when I'm around black people and around my people and around
I
my
know it's
friends,
true. It's
we're
just,
all gonna say it, and it doesn't matter. But what? But let's say we're
but
around.
we
I'm
got to
around.
speak. I think we have to speak better to each other,
But
though.
even if let's say I'm around like five of my friends, and then one of them is white, I'll probably say it. But he knows that he can't say it because we're all gonna check him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I've been in that situation before, so that dude knows he can't say it, but he doesn't mean he can't be a part of the conversation though. You know what I'm saying? He can,
Right.
but it's like he knows he can't say it. But when
Right.
we're around each other, I mean, we're just comfortable. Like I'll call him everybody motherfucker and all this shit. You know, that's my because we
Yeah.
know it's
We're
not
just having
derogatory,
fun. We're
right?
just having
Yeah,
a good
it's
time.
my friend, but
But what if we just started speaking life to each other, like, and was like calling each other God or King and Queen, like,
we
just
still say that it's in the same dialogue.
not, no, not everybody, not everybody, no. But I think as Black people, just to where we are in society right now and how we're viewed, like, I think we need to speak to each other better, and it could start with that. You know what I mean? It could
That's
start
not going
there.
anywhere. I mean, I hear you, and I wish I agree with you, but
Right. Well,
it's
then,
not going to happen.
I mean, it kind of did happen. I mean, people are
That
being
word
more,
going away? No, it's not.
well, Black people are more aware of it now, and
100%. But we
and
got
they,
more
you know what I
ignorant
mean?
black
So
people
it,
than we do have that positive though. We
the
got
what?
more we got more crabs in the bucket pulling us down rather than pushing us up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I mean, I want that to happen, and maybe down the road when we're 80 years old, maybe that word will be gone. But like
Yeah.
until we can stop the hip hop or in the rap, stop saying that, it's not going to happen because hip hop is so rebellious, and we have all kinds of cultures listening to it. They're reciting the lyrics, they understand it. It's just that's the way it's just going to be there until we as a people have to start checking other races to say that's not the way. You know what I'm
No, we need
saying?
to check ourselves. I'm tired of
That
that.
too, that
I'm
too.
tired of that. Like, no, we gotta check ourselves. Like, forget what other races are doing. We gotta build ourselves up from the
But
inside
if
out.
they're listening to the music and they're reciting the lyrics,
Well, then
we have to check them.
well, then they need to stop making. I've already said this before. It's like we gotta change our music. Like, even the other day after Young Dolph's murder, or assassination, I was like,
Yeah, that was assassination.
I'm not even gonna play, like, I'm not even gonna promote music with violence. I'm not even gonna promote music that is talking about using drugs, or that's like self-hate type stuff. Like, I mean, I don't even want to promote it because I'm adding to the problem, even though, like, I don't have a major reach or anything at this point.
Right.
But I do, just in my own, like, we all should just be thinking about who we infect in our, community, in our circle, and the people that I am connected to. I don't want to tell them to kill each other, kill yourself, or hate them, or kill that guy because he's this, or he's a bitch ass nigga, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just tired. I'm tired of it. And I know how influential the music is. And the music has to start with the music. But we had this conversation already too. People don't want to hear nothing good. People aren't gonna listen to Londrell, who's an awesome rapper who's like speaks like great things into your life. Like I love his music. But I mean, when I'm younger, I mean, I didn't listen to that kind of music. But now that I'm older, and I've lived a little bit, like that music is, it's not good on your spirit, on your thoughts, on creating habits, like good habits for yourself. It's not. Hip hop, mainstream hip hop is not helpful. I mean, it's fun when you're turning up, but come on, like you can't turn up forever. And the turn up life leads to absolutely nothing. I'm sorry, but if
I don't
you
even. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
no, I'm just gonna say if you live the fast life is it you crash. The fast life ends in a crash.
Yeah, and even with that, like people are driven by the beat, but you can still get hype off of the beat and still say positive
Have good,
lyrics.
yeah, but like, what's wrong with us to where we don't even want to listen to that?
I
You know
think
what I
we
mean?
I think we're doing it to ourselves because we think, well, we need to be, if it's trap, then we have to have something, ghetto to say because it's trap music. And that's a false narrative. That's a false narrative. Anything you say, if you make it jingly and catchy, you could say like, pumpkins on the wall. Oh, pumpkin, eating pumpkin seeds, pumpkin pie, pumpkin, and then the beat come in, pumpkin. You're still gonna jump up and down because
Yeah,
it's the energy of the song. You could, I could talk about wiping my butt, wipe my butt, wipe. And you're just gonna get hype anyway. It don't matter. But we black our young black youth think that we need to put this nigger rap in with the trap and it'll make it bounce, and that's not true. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's other cultures like Japanese and
the Hindi culture they
Indian
have some
trap that's
slaps.
not saying the N-word and people are still bouncing to the trap music.
Yeah, but what are they talking about? Like,
Amsterdam,
it's not even just the N word to me. It's more about what they're talking about. Like, I literally nowadays I can't listen to a lot of that trap stuff anymore. It gives me a headache. Like, I get a for real headache if I listen to it too long because I'm just
yeah,
like, what are
it
you
sucks
doing?
too because
What
I
are you
like
talking about?
yeah,
Like,
because
why
I
are
usually
you?
listen to just like instrumental stuff because
Yeah,
I
I love.
like trap beats. I just don't like the words that come with it, so I
Yeah,
just listen to instrumental stuff.
and that stuff is going right into your little brain and staying in your brain.
Yeah,
And
people don't understand it. Like it's a vibe, it's an energy too. Like I've been, like I was, I talked about this before, but I've been in the parties where like the beat will switch up the trap, and I'll see dudes just scowl, just turn to scowl. It's like they went from party to trap music. They went from like regular 110
club
beats,
club beats, yeah.
BPM beats, and then with the trap, and then the whole demeanor of
It's like,
people's energy.
turn the
Yeah, people
club up,
scowling.
turn the club up.
Yeah, people trying to
Yeah,
like shoulder you and bump into you. Like, dude, like
yeah, all that rage
relax.
rap.
Yeah, all that
Yeah,
rage.
and even like a lot of these concerts I look at now, even the EDM concerts, people are like, jumping and just headbanging. Like I hadn't seen. I was like, dang, people still headbang, and it was
Oh
at these
yeah.
EDM concerts, and these kids were just like, and like people just, I don't
Well, that's
know.
been forever, like mosh pits and punk rock
Yeah,
shows
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
But
Yeah, that's
I
been there
never saw
forever.
it in the EDM culture or
Oh
like
yeah,
really. That was
they be wilding
interesting.
out. Yeah,
And
it's a combination of drugs and just being young and full of energy and stuff.
right, exactly.
But
So
that
it's
beat's
like,
like boom, 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 boom.
yeah.
That's a different
But
kind of energy.
and then with that like that
Yeah,
glitchy, like it's
yeah, yeah.
crazy. But I know because what was I watching?
But nobody wants to pull out a gun.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to fight.
Well, they are fighting. I mean, it's not
At
just.
EDM parties.
I mean, they mosh and all that stuff
Yeah,
now,
that's
but
different though. That's different. That's different. That's different.
you could get hurt. It's still
At
some
EDM
kind
parties.
of. it's still some kind of, well, I mean, it's different. I mean, there could be raves. Like if you're talking about raves, that's a little bit more just drugs and like.
What's EDM though? You said EDM.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that
that's
EDM
rave.
trap.
Rave. That's raves.
Yeah, well, what I saw, I can't remember what the DJ's name is, but I'm thinking like, what's his name, Bauer, or like Hero Bust, or like, those kind of guys. Like it was super trappy though.
It's like glitch. That's like
Yeah,
glitch
like
trap. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Like
yeah, like
dubs.
all
Yeah,
that
yeah,
dope
yeah.
stuff. But like it's great. It's high energy, but
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
how.
know.
That's not. But no, what I'm saying is nobody's wants to pull out guns and wants to fight during those. They just want to like release energy and dance hard and go in. There, nobody. You know what I mean? Like people at the
Well,
club that trap, they want to pull out guns, scowl at the next nigga who's wearing Yeezys or just mean bug everybody. It's like a different energy that comes out with the glitch dubs step and all that stuff. Nobody wants to do that. We're all trying to have a good time. We're all trying to, dance to the whoa, 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 whoa. Like it's a different energy. It's a
yeah, it's
hype
fun.
energy.
Yeah, but I mean those same frequencies in the music. Like I gotta do a show on this for sure about like the hertz and those sounds and how they like the lower frequencies like affect you and like I don't know. It definitely drums something up in you. Like, have you seen those singing bowls? Like when people do,
I know what you're
you know what I
talking
mean?
about. Yeah.
Yeah, like frequencies definitely get you hyped up.
Yeah.
And I guess at like Travis Scott shows, you know what I mean? Like, and that wasn't black people. It was mostly non-black people
Yeah.
at that. So it's more about the music getting people hyped up.
But
And
that's different. See, I don't. I kind of want to say like I don't know. Like, are his lyrics like gangster lyrics, or are they kind of like just I make money and I'm fucking bitches or is he
no,
talking gun talk? What's the lyrics? Because for me, like when black people listen to other black people, especially when you're young and with trap and that it's a different kind of energy. But when you're with when it's like that crowd, like the Astro World crowd, they're not getting hype off of the lyrics.
it's
They're
the
not.
music.
It's
Yeah.
the music. It's the beat. When they're jumping up and down, they're like Travis is the orchestrator. He's the conductor. So when he's jumping up and down, or when Anderson .Paak was dancing up and jumping up and down with drugs, which is
Yeah,
that song is still crazy. And then or Tyler, like the energy, they're feeding off of the energy. They don't care about him shooting people
right.
when it's white people
But
because
I'll
they
never
don't come
forget.
from that environment.
Yeah, I'll never forget. I don't know when how old I was in my 20s or whatever, and we were in bleachers. It was a bar on Cal Expo, and there was a 3 6 Mafia song came on that
To
tear
tear
the
the
club
club up.
up.
Oh yeah.
Man, I was like, niggas started tearing the club up, like was breaking glass, like was still in the register. We were like under the bar, like hiding, like trying to like not get smashed in the head with a bottle. Like, oh, I was like, come on, it's just a song. Don't do it. Don't actually do it.
Well, what would be funny is if only one dude was doing that and everybody's like,
Right.
what are you doing? But no,
Yeah.
like when it's like a
It was
mob
like,
mentality. Like everybody,
yeah, it was. It was really like one person who just went cuckoo, like felt the music or whatever,
yeah,
and then like it turned into everybody.
yeah.
You
I
know what I'm
remember
saying?
when my
That
friend
was wild.
Hansel wanted me to DJ what was that, Rage? Remember Rage? He wanted me to
Oh,
DJ
and Arden. Yeah.
another room, and he's like, I want you to DJ another room, but don't play club music.
Mm.
Don't play
Yeah, like people
the
used to
trap
say
stuff
that.
because they're gonna. I don't want them
Start
raging.
fights.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want them. I want this to be the chill
yeah.
room. And I
That's
was like,
why.
okay, because I
Yeah.
remember I played like Rick Ross or something, and
Uh-oh.
they went crazy. And Hansel came and said, "What are you doing?" I was like, "All right, all right, all right." I just wanted to check the temperature, and
Yeah.
they was ready. They were all ready. And these are like Asian kids. These are like Asian it was like a real mixed crowd, but it
Yeah,
was
like
more Asian. Like they went bananas.
it's just fun. It's just like hip hop and trap or whatever. Like I like some of it, but some of it I just can't listen because I'm like, did he just say that?
Yeah, because they're
Like,
not paying attention. They don't.
yeah, but
It's
I
the
listen to
music. It's the
lyrics,
beat.
so
Yeah, me
yeah.
too. So that's why I don't listen
So
to it.
it's hard, But I mean, people recite this stuff. It's like they know the lyrics, they recite it
Yeah,
because
but
they
they're
know the
not.
lyrics.
They're not listening. They just hear it and they're reciting it back, and they love the beat so much that it doesn't matter. You could be talking about Dookie, and they'll recite the Dookie lyrics,
Yeah, but I think older,
because they love the beat.
yeah, but I think older people they listen to the lyrics and they love the lyrics.
Right. That's why older people aren't listening to that music because they're like, nah, I don't like what he said. Like I remember one time.
No, but I'm saying people my age, they do. A lot of people still listen to that.
Yeah, because they can differentiate between, they're not going to go out and pull out guns. They're not going to go out and kill somebody. Like you know what I mean? Like I could listen to an NWA track now and be like, yo, Ren just said some crazy shit about some young chick. I'm not going to go fuck some young chick. You know what I mean? Like we are adult enough to know the lyrics are one thing, but I know it's not going to influence me to do something stupid. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about Yeezys. I don't care about Gucci. I don't care about, this is what they care. This is what they're talking about because they have the money to do so. Like it's not going to influence me to act a certain way is what I'm trying to say. We're old enough to know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
No,
different.
I hear
The younger
you.
people are more like, oh, like you're talking about money. They're talking about doing drugs. Like I probably smoke weed because of like weed songs that I listen to. You know what I mean? Smoking on a bud,
Yeah.
feeling kind of high. You know what I mean? Like I'm like getting,
Hey,
oh,
that's
okay,
my
cool.
one.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Warren G, Snoop, like they all talked about smoking weed. So the Chronic album, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I smoke weed, you know what I mean? So, but now I'm older, like I'll still listen to those songs. I love those songs. Don't mean I'm going to go make me smoke weed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think it also depends a lot on where you are in life. If you still like if you're over 30 and 30 if you're over 35 and you still rock that stuff, like you're probably not very
What
what's
you
the
mean?
word? What's the word I'm looking for? You're not very
What you mean? Like you can't listen to that music at that age? Is that what you mean?
I mean, if you're like favorite rappers or like Moneybag Yo and like
Oh, yeah.
or if you know what I'm saying, if you're over 35 and you're still like into all that
Oh, I
like
got you.
street music, like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think you're still somewhere.
If your favorite rapper
You're
is
still immature in a way.
if your favorite rapper is who? Who's that young dude I was gonna say?
But
Damn.
I mean, I did like Lil Uzi Vert and I did like Juice World. But he was like, I love Juice World's voice and I loved how he put songs together. But he was very suicidal for me, like way too depressive for me, and like drug talk. And I was just like, oh, this is so depressing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
The only people I've listened to who are young are probably like Kendrick because he's more poetic and cerebral, and Mac Miller
But he has substance.
and Logic. Yeah.
Yeah. Those dudes have substance. But I mean, I'm trying to think. I like Rico Nasty. Like I do listen to a lot of the younger people, but
Yeah, I listen
like
to Meg Stallion once in a while, but she's talking about sex and I like sex. So
who? Who?
Meg Thee Stallion.
Oh, I don't really listen to her. I'm not gonna lie.
I like freaky shit. So
See, but yeah, see, I don't. I mean, I like R&B freaky shit, but I think the rap music is a little too in my face. Like everybody, all they talk about is like sucking dick, and I
yeah,
don't and swallowing babies
yeah.
and
But as a man, like we want to hear that.
go watch porn. Like
Yeah, but they're not
it's like
talking.
listening to porn. Like literally.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and I'm just not like a sexually driven person like that.
Yeah.
So
I just like
but
it.
I mean, a lot of people are, so I guess that's why
Yeah.
they like it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
You know,
we love
like
it. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just growing up. And like I'm probably like how my mom and them were when we first started playing rap. They didn't want to hear none of this. They didn't want to hear that rap stuff. They thought it was hecka bad. But
The
now
only thing,
but then she likes it. Like when 50 Cent would come out, she like that
yeah,
in the
my dad
club
loves
song.
Tupac. So yeah.
My parents like Tupac. Like they like some of the rap, but not all of it. Not the just like crazy stuff at
But
first.
now I don't think there's any talent involved now. And they're not even like rapping on the beat. I mean, it's just like they're just making up their own shit and auto tuning everything, and they sound like idiots. So it's like,
Yeah, like Blueface. Like I mean, he had one catchy song, but I'm not like a fan at all.
for me, key phrase the Tatiana word, but and I've heard a bunch of people say that, but I mean that lasted only like 2 minutes, thank God.
I know. But like, yeah, like Tatiana, like how is that good? I don't know. I just want more uplifting music, and I think we are within the outcome of listening to that kind of rap for
That's
this
what I
long.
was gonna say. Like I think when back in our day, like the radio had a variety of hip hop. I mean, you have if they I don't know if they played a lot of gangster stuff. I mean, until like the Dr. Dre and Snoop
I mean,
era.
maybe like Ice Cube stuff, but
Yeah, Ice Cube stuff. But we had variety of hip hop. We had Skilo, we had Public Enemy, we had Arrested Development. You know what I'm saying? We had more variety, but now it's just all kind of like the same thing.
yeah,
Except
like
except
no,
you
that's
if you
the
put
thing
like
too.
Kendrick in there or Kyle or but most of it is just like gun talk, drug talk, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because we're going
Demeaning,
on.
women demeaning.
Yeah, we're going on like 11 years of the same thing. Like there hasn't been anything new. Like that rage rap that like 6ix9ine was doing, and then like Juice World and Extension, and like those guys are like they were kind of bringing something different. But and I guess maybe Playboy Cardi, but like and
That was
Little
like more for
Uber
young
and
kids
Young
too.
Thug, you know what I mean? Like they kind of, but see, Young Thug and all them was still like future Lil Wayne ish type of vibe. But I really feel like rap music has not really evolved like in 11 years. It's pretty
Wow,
much,
that's a long time too.
yeah, it's really, think about it, like the 2010s, like maybe from that point forward, rap music has been the same since then. And I was kind of
Yeah, but I
tired of
don't
it.
think that's. I was gonna say Lil Yachty. That's what I was thinking about last time. But anyway, I think that's due to the gatekeepers, like the labels. I think they really want to dumb us down, especially young Black kids, and they want us to go, talk that prison talk, that nigger rap, and make them influence other young Black men to do ignorant shit and have them go to prison. I think
Can
that's
you
I
really
think
get
that's the
stock?
conspiracy.
Can you really get stock in prisons? Like our prisons on the
I
stock
would.
market?
She's saying this because I brought this up earlier.
Yeah.
uh,
I was wondering that. I was like, are you
I
serious? I
think
was like, I couldn't even feel good about that, but I was like, that's the way things are going.
if you look up who owns the prisons, I'm pretty sure those companies have some ticker name.
They got an IPO. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're listed.
and you look up the ticker
Interesting. I'm
name
gonna
on
look that
them.
up.
Yeah, look it up.
Let me
Look
see.
up who owns San Quentin. We're gonna do it right now. Okay, cool. Look
Yeah.
up who owns San Quentin, and then see what company it is, and then see if they have a ticker.
Who owns San Quentin Prison? If it says like Trump, I'm gonna be like,
or prison industry or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Who owns California prisons? Private companies manage federal prisons and city jails, as well as substance abuse treatment centers, transitional housing, and parole services.
Okay, what are the
Bruh,
what are they?
break that down.
No. Okay, cool. But what is the
Oh
name
my
of the
gosh.
private
But that
company?
just showed, like, think about where everything is at right now. So many Black and brown people are being put in jail and prison. There's so
Yeah,
many
they're putting money
people.
in other people's pockets. Yeah.
Yeah, the substance abuse
That's what I'm saying.
treatment
The
centers.
more
So many
people they
people are on
get, the more money
drugs.
they get.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Transitional housing and parole services. Oh, okay. I was thinking that was more like homeless, but that's just,
No, yeah.
people from jail to the civilian life or whatever you want to call it. Dang. But California banned private prisons. What companies own private prisons? Core Civic, formerly Corrections Corporation of America, LaSalle Corrections. Huh. Yeah, you guys, this is something to look into. Because I'm like thinking, like, why would the gatekeepers of music want to keep people here? Then I was like, well, maybe the people in music own or have stock in prisons.
Or they own the prisons.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the only thing that would make sense for me.
Like, what is
Why?
Clear Channel and Capital? Well, not Capital. Clear Channel, Universal Records. Like, what else do they own?
Because their portfolio's got to be diversified.
Yeah, they have to own more. Yeah, because they're not going to make a lot of money on music.
Yeah,
It's
especially
all
now.
aren't there only like the big four or something? They're only like four like labels, like actual
Universal, yeah.
big
Yeah.
labels. So it's like,
So
what else do they own?
yeah, exactly. Like this
And then
is
they're always like picking up like rappers who are talking about just negative stuff, and they're not training them and not giving them any A&R like I
yeah,
guess
like A&R seems
training,
like
media training or anything, and they're still wilding out. They don't care about them.
yeah, like they're going to jail left and right, getting
They're
killed.
getting killed. Like they don't care.
Like
They
even
just want the money.
yeah, even with the young Dolph killing, I mean, the result of that is more retaliation, and like it's like
Yeah,
they're
and
saying,
the labels got nothing to do with the streets. They don't care. They just care that you're getting your views on YouTube, and they want to profit off of your niggerdom.
pain, and yeah, profit off your pain. Like that's what puts people in it puts money in people's
Not even your
pockets.
pain, like your ignorance.
Well, that too, yeah, all of
You know
it,
what I mean?
all of it. Like
They don't want you to do a message. They want the more negative, the better, because
yeah,
you're
because you'll be
influencing
on
kids to do the
drugs.
same stuff, and
Yeah,
they want us to break the law and put us in prison,
yep, and get us on
abandon
drugs.
our women, turn us homosexual, make us do slave labor in your prison facilities, and just get us off the streets and
Yeah,
leave our
because
black
that's
women to raise our black kids by themselves,
yep,
and recycle that over and over again.
because that's how they make money. When you make, that's how America is where it's at today because of slave labor. You know what I mean? And so
Sure, yeah.
you make so much money, but it was in agriculture. You know what I'm saying? That's how they made that money there. And then it was manufacturing, and then you know what I mean. So it's like if you could get the raw materials for free, and you didn't have to pay for that, then you're gonna be rich. You're gonna be super rich. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but so aren't they making those prisoners making watches and wallets and stuff, and
I'm
being
sure.
paid 3 cents an hour,
Yeah, and they're going
which
to
doesn't
fight
mean anything because
fires.
they're in jail or
Yeah.
prison. So it's like
Yeah, it's
the
that
money doesn't
slave
matter.
labor. Yeah, they're
Yeah, so it's like
making
they're doing it all over again. But
exactly, but and they had to do that because, I mean, I think that's the whole 13th Amendment situation. Like the stipulation there is, I can't really remember what it is right now, but it's keeping people enslaved or free labor. That's all it's all about, man. America is profiting from free labor, however they get it. So y'all got to break out of these systems and these generational curses and cycles because they know what we're going to do and they're glad that we're doing it, and they're going to put all of us in jail. They don't care because they're going to make money off of you. Period.
well, they want to put the black men in jail and fuck our black women.
Or yeah.
And then leave our black children fatherless and hopeless, and then have them listen to the music again and be influenced again, and be heartbroken again, and then feel like, helpless, and want to do something desperate to gain money, because money, they all worship money, and they want us to worship money too, which
is capitalism though.
And they're winning.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
I don't know.
But at some point we have to be accountable, and we need to, like we were talking about the other day, what separates people from staying where they are or trying to progress in life, it's the will. It's your will. You got to have the will to keep fighting, to do right, to it takes a lot of it's very difficult to do right in life. It's real easy to just fall off and do wrong. It's easy.
It's easier to be ignorant. It's easier to be weak.
Yeah. Exactly. So I don't know. I just want more for everyone, regardless of what your race is. You know what I'm saying?
I wish that black people will stop stepping on their own toes. Oh, I didn't get this job because I'm black, or because I look like this, or because I have an afro or something. No, that's not it. It's like probably your energy, or maybe you just weren't qualified. What if you lost a job to another black person? Now what? Like, what's your excuse now? You know what I mean? Like, that's not it. It's like, that's not entirely it. And that excuse has to stop, because you don't know. Oh, I got interviewed by a white dude, or he's very astute. I don't think he liked the way I talk about. Okay, then code switch. Like I remember this girl I was dating. Her sister got mad because she's like, I don't think I got the job because because she talks sassy stuff. I was like, you got to code switch it, because who wants to hang around that anyway? Your energy is negative when you talk like that. Like, I wouldn't hire you. You know what I mean? You came into my place, like, I don't want you acting like that. Like, you got to code switch. And we were just telling her that. I don't know if she took it heated it, but I mean, we have to play by the rules. We all do. Even if you're in a black establishment of whatever, they don't want you acting like that either. You got to be civilized. That acting all hood and having ebonics and stuff like that, answering questions like all hood, like nobody's gonna hire you. Black people ain't gonna hire you. You know what I mean? I mean, depending on where they are. And
yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, it could be problematic, but I mean, then there's the argument that Western societies rules, or just not, because like black people, we are different, and I feel like you could still be black, you could still be who you are and not be uncivilized or ignorant, or
yes, of course,
you know what I mean, like
100%.
like you can still, but some people, white folks, honestly, there is another side of it. Like white folks sometimes can't accept our hair or whatever. Like a lot of my friends, black friends, present themselves very well, and they might not get that opportunity or whatever. But that's why they have like different laws that they have to enforce, like the crown law, where you don't get discriminated because of the hair that grows out of your head is a little thicker than you know what I mean, or has more texture, or you want to wear braids or whatever. Like, I don't know. I think that's so crazy that you can't wear that or have tattoos, or I don't know, certain different expressions of your personality. Like that shouldn't limit you from certain opportunities, even if it is corporate America. But I mean, I guess
I mean, if you got like dick on your forehead or I kill bitches on your cheek, like I'm not gonna hire you. I don't want my customers to see that. Right. You know what I mean? Like it just depends. Like if you got a heart, or if you have like a heart on your eye, like I'm not gonna, I know what that means. I'm not gonna pick you. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you made a mistake, either take it off or find. I mean, there's a lot of fast food joints who don't care about that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's why, I mean, if you put yourself in those, those positions, I mean, you're never gonna succeed in this expensive ass, inflated ass America.
I know, but when you're
You know what I
young,
mean?
like you don't think about that stuff. Like I remember I saw this kid who was probably in high school or junior high or something. He had like a neck tattoo, walking with his mom, who was a young mom. She had to be, I was 30 at the time, so she had to be 30. I'm like, she let her son have a neck tattoo. Like he's cool at school, but when he gets older, he might not want that. You know what I mean? Like Pharrell was trying to get, I think, his neck tattoo off or something. It's like when we're young,
Yeah.
we make stupid decisions, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You grow out of it. You
You grow
really do.
out of it, yeah.
But some people don't grow out of it, and that's
But
why.
you hope that
Yeah.
you do. You know what I mean? Those
But it
kids
takes
are the
work.
ones that
But it
you
takes
said
work.
those guys are the ones that you're talking about earlier who still want to listen to Lil, Uzi Vert at 40 or Lil Yachty at 40, because they're still trying to like hold on to their youth. It's like, nah, nigga, grow up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not your music. No kids are gonna be like, oh, this 40-year-old is cool because he listens to Lil Yachty. Like, no, you look like an idiot.
Right.
You to them. They don't think you're cool. They think you're
Nah.
like, oh, he trying to catch up. Like,
You're an old head.
damn well you don't understand what he talking about.
Yeah. Like there's levels in life. Like we should always be progressing and not staying in one place. Because if you're just in one place for your whole life, like
Man,
you're gonna miss out and you're gonna like,
if
I
you
don't know,
haven't grown from 30 to 40 and you still the same,
probably insane doing the same stuff. That's insanity. So every year, like
mm,
literally every year, you should be see some kind of growth in your life. And
something.
I'm not talking about materialistic things. I'm
Yeah, me
just talking
neither.
about goals and
I'm talking
like,
about like your mental state, like where
yeah,
you are in life, like mentally too. Like you could be like, from Sacramento to LA or LA to New York or, New York to Colorado. Like, do something, man. Like, what is that?
or from like sad and depressed to happy. You know what I mean? Like from
Or yeah,
chaos
sad
to peace.
to
Like,
content, or, you're content with where you are,
yeah,
how
gratitude
much money you make.
from
Like, if you're
yeah, from
cool with that
ungrateful to
teacher,
gratitude. Like
if you're
those
cool
are
with that
big.
teacher salary, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, go on a vacation, like start, save up money to go on vacations or something. Stop spending money on strip clubs and eating
Designer
bad
clothes,
and, buying
putting on your
Yeezys once
credit
a
card.
month. Yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just certain things, you don't do when you're as an adult, when you're a child. Like, you gotta grow up. Like at this point. When you get in your 40s, you should be on your way.
Yeah,
But but if you're not, just today's a great day to start.
yeah, it's never too late. My dad knew a guy um at his job where all he did was he never spent money, he didn't do anything. I think he moved his mom in to take care of her. Uh but he never did anything. And then at 72 or something, he passed away. And he had all this money saved up, and his mom was still alive. Like he wasted his life. He didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? He didn't spend his money on anything, and the money didn't go anywhere. He didn't invest it. He didn't do nothing. It just sat in the bank. So it's like, I mean, is that the life you want to live? There's so much to do out here. There's so much to see, so many people to meet. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. Some
Yeah.
people, I guess, I'll just introvert and just like that, and it's fine, I guess. But
Right.
there's like
But
pyramids to look at. There's weed to smoke in Amsterdam. There's Japanese anime to look at in Japan. The buildings to look at in
and
Italy.
if
I
you don't
mean,
have money, you could read books and you could escape to so many different realms, like just from reading. Like
Yeah,
there's a
join a
lot.
meetup.com or something.
Yeah,
Like
like
go on
there's
Reddit and meet. I don't know.
yeah, progress is where it's at. And just little by little, step by step.
I just see a lot of black people in the hood, like older. They just they never been outside their hood. At 50, they've been in the same place. I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
Why are you so comfortable with living in the same house that your mom was in? I don't know.
Yeah, like I remember that. Like, there's a lot of people I remember in LA who like never left their area.
Yeah, they never
Like,
been to Beverly Hills.
yeah, like if you like I knew people like say you lived in Manhattan Beach, like you would stay in Manhattan
You,
Beach.
yeah, you would
Or
die in Manhattan Beach.
like if you were in Culver City, you just stayed on the west side. If you were in downtown, you would stay downtown.
Yeah.
Or if
There's
you were
people
in
in
South
South
Central.
Central who will never go to Venice, or they will never go to Rodeo, or they might go to Hollywood Boulevard, but it's like they won't
Or Venice.
go to
Yeah,
Glendale or Burbank
yeah.
or
But I
Pasadena.
mean, yeah, I don't know what it is exactly, but I remember when I was younger, when I lived in Hayward, which is in the East Bay, and we never went to San Francisco. You know what I mean? Like if I
Crazy.
lived in the Bay Area now, oh my gosh, I would be
Yeah, but
everywhere.
you were like young, like you had no control over that. Like even with me,
But
when
even my parents, though, even they were grown, they could have, I mean, we went there like, no, I'm trying to think. We didn't really go to the wharf and the pier, not until we got older.
yeah, well, of course.
So
What do
I
you mean
don't know.
older? Like even with me in high school, I live in the south side of Sacramento. We would go take the bus to go to Arden. We would go to Roseville. I would go to Davis. You know what I mean? Like I would go to the Bay. Like I wanted to see stuff. Like why am I staying over here? Like
Man,
there's more stuff out here in Northern Cali. Like why
yeah,
aren't we experiencing that? Like I would take my friends to go see the lighthouse at I can't remember place, but I will take them outside of SAC to see what else is out there. Monterey Bay, San Francisco, all that stuff,
yeah,
man. Like the Bay
yeah,
Area. I mean,
yeah,
Oakland, Richmond,
yeah,
Vallejo, Napa. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Go to the other side. We go to I say Roseville. What's the other side?
Roseville, Folsom.
Folsom. Go to Folsom. Go to Galt. You know what I mean? Like do
Yeah,
something. I'm gonna take them on the river. We go get a raft and go on the river.
yeah.
You
I
know what I
mean, now
mean?
that I'm older, of course, but when I was young, no. But when I was in high school, we started moving a little bit more. And then when I got into college, we were everywhere.
Of course.
Like, and I don't know. I've had a fun life. I've had an amazing life so far.
I've done a lot, but I haven't. To me, I haven't done enough.
Yeah, no, and man, 2020, I was gonna be my year to travel, and then COVID hit. I was about to go international because I've only been to Mexico. Like that's the furthest, like Puerto Vallarta. That's the
Mm.
only international place I've been. And I've been to Puerto Rico, but that's America.
But I haven't been there. I would go there. I want to go there.
Yeah, so it's like I'm ready to go. There's top of my list: Greece and Dominican Republic and the Maldives.
Yeah, I'll go anywhere. I want to go everywhere.
Yeah,
At least
so
once.
yeah. Well, I don't know, guys. We kind of went in so many different places with this show. I don't even think we covered what we were supposed to cover or wanted to cover,
It's all good though.
honestly.
Doesn't
But
matter.
yeah, we'll continue it like another time. But this was interesting.
Yep.
So yeah, well, if you're here with us, thanks for tuning in and listening to us just try to figure out this life and try to get through it the best way we can because this world is woo
Bananas.
out of sight. All right, niggas. Talk to you later.